today I'm going to show you an extra special quiche recipe, and I'm going to make the crust, and it's going to be absolutely delicious. I'm going to put some little bacon bits in the crust, so I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Alright, so we have 2 1/4 cups of self-rising flour, and in it we have some cold butter, 2 sticks of cold butter that we went and chopped up, and I just put it in the freezer to make sure that it's extra cold. So then, what we're going to do, so we're just going to mix it up really quick until it's about pea size. Alright, so this looks wonderful. They're nice and pea size, that butter's all cut in. So now we have 8 slices of bacon that I went ahead and fried up, and I just chopped it up. I'm going to add that into the crust. That's going to be delicious. So we're going to give this one little stir. And then, to make it extra decadent and delicious, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of sour cream right in here. And give this a quick stir again until it just forms into a dough. Perfect. So, you're going to see it just like this. It's going to kind of feel a little loose. So what we're going to do here is we're going to flour our surface and kind of knead it together. So we need some flour. We want to heavily flour this. Right here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put our dough right in here. Alright, so we're just going to take our hands and kind of just do it just like this. Just knead it all together. You want to make sure it's heavily floured the surface so it doesn't stick to it. See how it's forming a nice ball? So we're just going to knead it together just like this. This looks beautiful. How delicious does this crust look? Bacon and sour cream. I don't think you can get much better than that. Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit more flour, and then we're going to roll it out to about a 9-inch circle here and put it in our high plate. Okay. A little bit more flour goes on the board. Put some more on top of it. Right here. And we have a rolling pin. Now this is kind of messy, but it's worth it. So we're just going to roll this out. Okay, here we go. So what I like to do, just kind of roll it over your rolling pin just like this. Oops, make sure you get it all in here. We're going to press it in here, so don't worry about it flaking too much. Just like this. Ooh, right onto our fluted pan. Make sure you get it all in there. Just like this. It's okay if it's going to start crumbling over the edges there. Take a knife. We're just going to cut off the extra. Just like this. And then, so now, once this is all done, we'll put it into our refrigerator and let it sit for about 30 minutes to let that butter kind of get hard again. Alright, so it's time for the filling. I'm going to make a delicious herbed quiche. So I have 5 eggs in here. I'm going to do 1 cup of milk and put in there. I'm going to do some sour cream as well. About a 1/2 cup or so. I'm going to put this in there. That's going to give it a nice richness. Put that in there. And now I have some fresh grated Parmesan as well as fresh grated white cheddar cheese that I'm going to put in there. I'm going to put this in there. And then, time for the herbs. So this is fresh oregano that I'm going to put in here. About a teaspoon of fresh oregano. We have some fresh chives that we're going to cut up here. Put those in there as well. These are all, now you can really change up the herbs if you want. The only thing I wouldn't suggest putting in here would be cilantro would not be good in here. So make sure you don't put cilantro, but anything else you could really put in here would be good. I'm going to put our fresh chives in there. We have some flat leaf Italian parsley. I'm going to cut up and put in there as well. This is going to give it a really nice delicious fresh flavor with all these delicious herbs. Wonderful. Go ahead and put a little bit in there. I'm not gonna use all of that. And then I have some fresh basil I'm gonna put in here as well. I'm just gonna take off the leaves here. Gonna roll it up, just like this. Slice it just like this. Put these in there, maybe a little bit more basil. And then we're gonna put some fresh cracked pepper. We're gonna go ahead and whisk it all up. Perfect. So with that in there, put some pepper. Now I'm not adding any salt, maybe just a little tiny bit, but you don't need much salt because there is so much salt in the cheese. You don't want to over salt this. Let's see. I'm gonna put this a little bit. Okay. Mix this up just like this. Look how good that looks with all those fresh herbs. We're just slice up the tomatoes just like this. We're just putting it on a paper towel here. I just want all that extra moisture to soak up. So, in the meantime, it's time to put our delicious, beautiful quiche into the oven. We have our pie, our crust that's been sitting in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. Go ahead and add this right to it. You get all that goodness in there. Now I have the oven preheated on 425. I'm gonna pop this in there. Let it cook. Look how good that looks. All right, so this has only been in here about 15 minutes. Take it out. Now this top is only set up just a bit. So what we're gonna do is take our beautiful tomatoes and just lightly layer them on the top, just like this. Just around. Doesn't matter. Now if you can't find yellow tomatoes, you can just use all red. It's not a big deal. You can use whatever you can find. How about that? All right, we're gonna put this back into the oven and let it finish cooking up. All right, so this has been in here about 20 minutes more. We're just gonna, it looks amazing, absolutely gorgeous. So we're just gonna sprinkle it with some fresh herbs here. We have some parsley, some fresh chives. We have some fresh basil, just right on the top here. And there you go. You have a delicious herbed quiche. I hope you like it.